I hope we're all doing well. 'Twas the night before Christmas, or the afternoon before Christmas for me in the UK. We're just gonna, as always, give a few minutes for a few more people to join. I can see some people joining already, which is awesome. And I know a lot of people are going to be busy today, myself one of them, but I certainly did want to do one last update before we head into the Christmas period or the festive period. So we're just going to give a few minutes and let a few people join, and then we'll get started. So today I'm joined by a special guest of mine. If I can just take that off for a minute. We have Mr. Wookham's in the house. Special guest. He doesn't always join me on these lives, but he really just wanted to come out with me today. I've just gone back to the car. I've been out for the afternoon, and I came home and he's been stuck at my side the whole time. So I thought, do you know what? I think Mr. Wookham's just wants to be involved this afternoon. So I've just brought him with me. He's just chilling out on the heated seat next to me. He's more than happy. And a few more people are joining now. So shout out to you guys. And definitely start saying hello in the comments. And also don't forget to hit the like button on the way in. That would be awesome. So I also need you to let me know, is the sound okay? Give me a thumbs up or a yes in the comments if the sound's all right. And we're just going to wait for a few more people to join. I had to actually skip the gym this morning, unfortunately. I've just had so much to do with the last minute shopping. I always do my Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. And it tends to be a little bit of a double bluff, because I think most people think that it's going to be mega busy on Christmas Eve, and it never is. So shop when others are fearful is what I always say. And it worked again. It worked an absolute charm again today. So we've got first comment in, we've got drips off the chain. Yes, thank you, brother, appreciate that. Let me know the sound is okay. It's always good to know. And just so that I'm not totally talking to myself the whole time, even though anyone walking past will probably think I am talking to myself, but we're all good with that. But yeah, so I headed out this afternoon, got some shopping done. There was no one around. It was absolutely perfect, as always. And the tactic has continued to work year after year. Everyone thinks it's going to be absolutely nuts on Christmas Eve, and it's just not, which is perfect. So got a few more people joining now. Thank you to everyone who's just jumping on the stream now. I always like to give like the first sort of 5 minutes to let people join, because I do these a little bit off the cuff sometimes. It gets really busy and I can't always have a hard schedule. So sometimes I'm just like, do you know what? I've got a quick half an hour, I've got an hour here or whatever, and I just go live. So sometimes I put out a tweet. I did put out a tweet about 10 minutes ago to say I was going live. And I know that's not much notice for a lot of you. I do apologise for that, but of course you can always watch it on the rebound. That's fine, but it is nice to, you know, to have people here on the live stream with me. So definitely don't forget to hit the like button on the way in, and we've got a couple more people joining. Don't forget to say hello, introduce yourself in the comments as you're coming in, and we'll get started very shortly. Mr. Wookham's is just enjoying his bit of time with his dad. Millionz is very noisy, especially now because he's teething, and Mr. Wookham's likes to keep a little bit of a distance sometimes when things are getting really noisy. So he does like to spend a bit of time with me, out on a walk and talk, or just out on a late evening walk, just to rest his ears a little bit, because he's got very good hearing, and Millionz is quite noisy at the moment. So yeah, it gives me a little bit of peace and quiet as well. So look, we're going to get started. We've got a few people on board right now, and really the point of this live stream was, we are approaching a very busy time. It's probably very, very busy for a lot of people even right now, and I wanted to touch base with you all just before I kind of close up shop for a couple of days. I'm not probably going to do videos for the next couple of days at least. I've got a lot of family time scheduled. Very, very important. Crypto is an incredible space, especially like the DRIP community, like the stable swap community. Really awesome to be amongst very, very positive people, like extended family almost, the way I see it. And so basically, got some more comments coming in. Just saying. Here we are. So yeah, kind of like extended family, and I'm very much looking forward to spending a bit of time just away from crypto for a couple of days, where we can just have some good conversation, some non-crypto related stuff, eat some good food, and just enjoy a little bit of the Christmas ambience. So I'm definitely not going to be doing videos for a few days now, but I did want to touch base and just say hello, and basically to say that there is a lot coming for DRIP in 2024. And there are a few things I just want to kind of go over before we shut up shop for Christmas. And one second. One thing I did really want to mention is that we have another day today of less than 1 million tokens minted. And that is a really big turning point in my opinion. We were up to like 2 million a day being minted at the peak. And it's so great to see that the deflation is really starting to almost show, because we did say that it was going to be before the 19th of January, we were going to start noticing that the minting amount was going to come down and down and down. And we've already seen it kind of cut in half, and we haven't even seen the beginning of that yet. So very, very exciting times indeed. And going towards the 19th of January, we're going to see that happen more and more. It's going to be more and more pronounced. So it's just a case of waiting right now. A lot of the big wallets are closed. A lot of the big wallets have run out. And it's just kind of a lot of small claims going on right now. And we can see that the price is pretty steady around that sort of around 2.6 cent, I think it is. And it looks like we found, potentially, not financial advice of course, but we found another floor, and that's kind of 100% up from what it was about 2 weeks ago. So that's a nice move, and I do think personally we're going to see more of that coming as we get closer and closer to the 19th, closer and closer to that deflationary era, the beginning of that deflationary era. And I'm not expecting like a sudden burst in price on those days following the 19th. I really aren't. I know some people are like, you know, almost waiting for this sort of huge moonshot. And I think we might have some big jumps. There's going to be a lot of volatility basically, because rest assured, there will be some people waiting on the sidelines to sell at specific price points. I'm very much expecting that. So don't be surprised if we get some pumps and we get some pullbacks like we had recently, where we saw the price go up around 400% and it sort of came back down about, you know, halfway down. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that a few more times yet, but I do think it's going to be a long slug upwards in the right direction. And when people start to realize that 200 million, 220 million is going to be the top fixed supply, I think that could probably elicit some serious FOMO kicking in. So that's what I'm expecting. It's not going to be a straight road in any direction, but I think a lot of us in the core community do know that, and it's not going to come any surprise whatsoever. So I'm personally still DCAing every week like I have been. I do still see 2.6 cent as a good buy-in area, so I'll continue doing that. For now, I have my own limits on where I'm going to DCA up to, and I do see a decent price trajectory, a decent roadmap ahead for DRIP. So I'm not phased whatsoever about still DCAing at these prices. But the thing is, we have to remember, like, the crypto market, anything can happen, anything can shake it up on any given day. You know, you can get a black swan out of nowhere, you can get some news come out, particularly from the US, about interest rates and things like that, that can affect crypto across the board. And of course, anything that affects BNB can potentially affect DRIP as well. We have to remember that. But one good thing is that BNB is looking very, very strong at the moment. When things had a pretty big pullback about 2 weeks ago, BNB looked very, very strong despite the ongoing FUD. There's obviously a lot of belief behind BNB as a project. So the fact that we are sort of intimately related with BNB, I see that as a very good sign as well. And anything that's got FUD around it right now, I'm taking advantage of. Like, for example, DRIP, obviously going through a transitional period, has got its fair share of FUD, and that's fine. It means the price has been suppressed, which means I'll continue buying. Stuff like XRP with the court case and so forth, I see it still as a great buying opportunity. The price is definitely quite suppressed compared to a lot of other projects which are kind of pumping a bit right now, like Cardano and VeChain and stuff like that, which I'm also in. But I am seeing XRP as the biggest potential out of all of those because it feels like it's being artificially suppressed. So Pulse Chain is another one. PLS, with the whole Richard Hart SEC thing going on, there is a fair amount of potential, I believe, personally, in that. So I have been stacking some more PLS during these sort of fuddy days that we've had over the last couple of months. So with all things considered, crypto is very, very unpredictable. It's not for the faint of heart. And the outlook for DRIP is going to be no different to anything else. It's going to be very up and down, but I do believe that as a deflationary token with a very small supply is going to be extremely interesting times ahead for that. So let me just take a quick swig of coconut water. Thanks to everyone who's joined the stream so far. I'm not always getting it in real time, unfortunately, because I'm not using StreamYard. When I'm on my phone from the car, I'm just going direct through YouTube, so I'm not using StreamYard, so I can't see as much as what I can normally see if I do it from StreamYard. So just give us 1 second, quick swig of coconut water. The good stuff. So we have also had an update from Wasteland Labs and Master Blaster. We had an update, I believe it was yesterday, over on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter anyway, and it is looking like Q1 2024 we are finally going to find out what all of this build up, what all of this storyline and what all of this anticipation is going to lead to. And the production value is great. Those guys are really going, you know, a step beyond with what they're doing here. They're creating quite a cool storyline. It's definitely not your standard sort of boring stuff. It's very quite an in-depth storyline. The graphics look great. I don't know what it's going to be, whether it's going to be like a game or whether it's going to be like some kind of ROI DAP. I've got no idea. And I'm presuming that when Forex kind of moved things around a little bit and decided to stop the inflation, that these guys had to make some amendments to their project as well, which is why it's taken a little bit longer to come through. But it's very impressive. And I know I've heard some different theories on, you know, what people think it's going to be. Definitely leave in the comments what you think this Wasteland Labs project is going to be all about. I don't know whether Ray's got anything to do with it in terms of, like, I know some people are saying it's like almost like a secret Ray project. I don't know if that's true or not. I know that he's obviously getting the alpha on all of it, so I guess we'll find out maybe. It doesn't matter to me. really don't care who's behind it, as long as it does something and as long as it brings something to the drip network, which I believe it will, because I don't think anyone would go through this much effort to bring out something that's lackluster. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. And talking of things that are doing immense things for drip, we have the kitchen sink. The TVL just keeps on going up and up and up. It's showing no signs currently of stopping. Now, of course, you know, everything that is not an official drip product, it has that extra risk behind it. But the devs are known within the community, so I've definitely got no issue putting sort of 25% of my liquid drip into the kitchen sink. It's been working an absolute charm up to date. It really has 1.5% per day, every single day. So it's been a real sort of pleasure being involved in that, and it's worked flawlessly. And I know it's basically the same premise as the pulse drip gardens, where I have, again, a portion of my PLS earning 1.5% per day. It's no different to the pulse drip gardens, which are working very, very well as well. So massive shout out to Matt and Eric for bringing that to the community. It's a real gift. And another gift that we've had in the last couple of weeks is wrapped drip. The guys over at AI Drip, again, much like probably Wasteland Labs, they had to change their roadmap when Forex Shark decided to end the Faucet and end deflation. So they had to go back to the drawing board, and they had, I think, around 60 BNB worth of funds that they'd made from the NFT, the AI Drip NFT, which eventually became not a thing, but they repurposed it so that we could mint the AI Drip NFT, and now we can burn it in exchange for wrapped drip. So it's already made its way to Pulse Train, I believe. It's already made its way to Arbitrum. So the sky is the limit now, and that is a real gift, because they're not getting anything, they're not making anything from this project whatsoever. So huge shout out to the AI Drip guys for that gift. And I do intend on doing a video to show people how to burn that NFT in order to get their wrapped drip into their wallet, and how to see it in their wallet as well, because I know some people have been claiming it and not been seeing it. They're not quite sure how it all works. So I do intend, probably after Boxing Day at some point, in doing a tutorial video on that, just to help a few people out, and so they can sort of get used to using it and how it all works. It looks seamless. I have done it on one of my accounts, but I'm saving a couple of accounts so I can do it live on screen for you. So I'll be doing that definitely in the next sort of few days or so. So wrap drip is looking very, very bullish. I don't think people quite realize just how bullish that is for drip. I think it's going to show its real potential once we hit that deflationary era, much like the kitchen sink. I don't think we've seen anything yet from them in terms of what is possible, because every time you put tokens, drip tokens into the kitchen sink, 10% are burned. So you imagine that when drip is in a deflationary, when drip has got a deflationary supply, those burns are going to mean 10 times, 1,000 times what they mean right now. It's going to be a very, very, very interesting thing to see. So wrap drip and kitchen sink, I believe, have not even started yet. Absolutely not. And of course we have the liquidity locker coming, which is a Forex Shark project. Apparently it's all done pretty much except for the front end. The contract is done, for example, but not the front end, which I believe is probably the most simple part. Not being a developer, I can't say that for sure, but I'm pretty sure that is. But I'm pretty certain that he's not bringing it out yet on purpose. People will say, oh, he's not good with timekeeping. No, he's not. We do know this. But to launch that once the cap supply is reached after January the 19th, I think is going to have a huge impact. And that's most likely what Wasteland Labs are doing as well. They're waiting and holding off for the token to sort of reach its max supply. So we will see, but I'm pretty certain that's what's going to happen. So I've definitely got plenty of liquid drip ready to go in the liquidity locker. You know, low risk, just a nice sort of sustainable yield on that, you know, and then I've got a slightly more, you know, outlandish play on the kitchen sink, which is 1.5% per day. So I'm going to continue with both of those strategies going forward, and we'll see what this Wasteland Labs project, utility, DAP, whatever that is, we'll see what that is as we go forward. So shout out to everyone who's joined the stream so far. It's going to be a fairly quick one today because I've got so much to do. I've got a lot of wrapping to do this afternoon, but I just wanted to have a bit of a roundup of what's going on, because I know a lot of people don't have time to be in the Telegram chats or be following, you know, a lot of people aren't doing drip content right now because of, you know, of the crazy last sort of few months. They've been a bit disheartened by it all, but I'm hell-bent on bringing everyone the latest news and the latest updates, because I do see a very, very bullish future for this project personally, not financial advice, of course, as we all know. But yeah, so I did want to give us a roundup of what's going on. I know the core community are very aware of that, but there are always people that DM me and message me and sort of thank me for kind of putting these sort of videos together to give everyone that sort of scope of what's really happening. So we are going into a very, very busy time for drip. It's going to be a very, very good 2024 in my opinion. And yes, with the liquidity locker as well, it's going to be a lovely place to park all of that liquid drip. People are currently complaining that there isn't much to do with the liquid drip now that the faucet's been disbanded. People have to realize that drip isn't the faucet and the faucet isn't drip. So drip is the token and the faucet was drip's main utility. But of course, as we all know, we're experiencing that hyperinflation. There were a number of reasons for that as well. You know, looking back with a crystal ball, I'm sure Forex would have probably put a couple of mechanisms in to kind of stop some of the, maybe some anti-whale mechanisms to stop some of this from happening. But ultimately, there were a lot of bots doing bad things. There were some bad actors doing bad things. And drip really was up against it, and it wasn't going to be sustainable to keep on having that inflation. So I believe the right thing was done, and the faucet is no longer a thing for drip anymore, although it will be used via drip drop draw. So once the deflation really kicks in, you play drip drop draw, you're going to be able to, I believe the winnings can then be used in the faucet. So that's going to be pretty cool, and it's going to be another good incentive to be playing drip drop draw, which I think is really going to take off when we hit that deflationary supply, because it's just basically the sky's the limit at that point. So we've got Dr. Defiant. Hello, brother. It was good actually seeing you in the stable swap chat last night on the live stream. That was a really dope live stream over with Danny D over there. Some great prizes given away. Congratulations to everyone. I'm not sure, did you win one, Dr. Defiant? Did you win one of those prizes? I can't remember now. It was very late here. I shouldn't have really been up. I should have been in bed. But I did want to join the stream because I'm very, very bullish on stable swap going forward. What an incredible project that is. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff. I've never seen anything like it. And it's just working absolutely seamlessly. I did do a tutorial on that, on how to make a liquidity provision on there. It's so simple, and it just pays me every single day in stable coins, zero volatility. And what makes it even better is that there's zero Ponzonomics as well. So there are some, massive shout out to everyone who's joined through my link. But the good thing is that the project is not sustained by affiliates. It's not sustained by Ponzonomics. It's not sustained by people joining through people's links. It's just an added bonus of getting people involved. And I think Danny would be the first to admit that there's no such thing as zero risk. And I've always said this, there's risk getting out of your bed in the morning, there's risk, you know, getting in your car every day. There is no such thing as risk, especially in crypto and DeFi. But as far as things go, stable swap is a very, very good bet in my opinion. It's all the fees are paid from the OTC, so you're just scraping a little percentage off the top there. That money that you provide as liquidity is used over and over again every single day, and it only needs to be used once in order to pay out the fees. And in case you didn't know, the fees are or the APR is 126% APR for a 300-day liquidity provision. Absolutely incredible. And you're not locking up those funds. So say, for example, you put $1,000 in. You're not losing that $1,000. You're simply locking that $1,000 up for the 300 days. You could do a 60-day or 120-day if you want for slightly lower APRs. But if you want the top APR, which is 126%, you simply provide the liquidity provision, your $1,000. It gets locked up. It's still yours. But then you earn every single day from that. And those earnings go straight into your stable swap account. So you can withdraw those every single day, or basically when you reach a $50 threshold, you can take that out, you know, on an everyday basis. There's nothing holding you back. You don't have to click any particular buttons. It's just, it goes into your wallet. You can do what you like with it. Now, personally for me, I'm trying to build the bag as quickly as possible. So I was blessed enough to know about this early enough that I could get in on the early bird offer, which was 193% APR. So I stuck a big chunk of dry powder in at 193% APR, which is earning nicely right now. And I'm just, every time I get $50 in what you call payouts, I'm creating a new liquidity provision to keep on building that over and over and over again. So technically it's a infinite money loop. It's really, really working well. And it was great to be on the live stream last night. So there's tons of banter and tons of laughs going on. Very, very cool community. My favorite Telegram groups, my two favorite Telegram groups have to be the Stable Swap Telegram group and the Crypto Collective Telegram group. So big shout out to the Crypto Collective as well. We've had a great year. Got to know those guys really well this year. Really cool bunch of dudes and gals, and it really is a blessing to be sort of involved in the Crypto Collective. So we've been doing live streams for a big part of the year. I was doing quite a few live streams whilst I was living in Mexico earlier in the year, and we've all got so busy towards the end of the year that we do intend on restarting those after the festive period, because there's going to be a lot to talk about indeed. So we've got a few more comments. We've got Dr. Defiant, 150 sitting in my wallet, but I'm adding 500 to 600 extra a month. Yeah, I mean, by doing that, it's just going to snowball. It's going to absolutely snowball, and you're going to be living real pretty, I'd imagine, mate, in the next sort of 12 months or so. And I know Blue Chip Drip, I want to give a shout out to my brother Blue Chip Drip. He's got some serious DCAing going on into Stable Swap right now. He's a real baller in that project. I think he's trying to DCA around $200 a day, which, in his words, basically the amount of his own money he has to put in each day is getting less and less and less, excuse me, as his rewards get higher and higher and higher. So the more he makes per day in dividends coming back, the less of his own money he has to put in to get to that $200 a day. So in about a year's time, Blue Chip Drip's going to be absolutely Keiko. Superb stuff. So big shout out to him. He's in the Crypto Collective as well. So if you're not a member of the Crypto Collective Telegram, definitely head over there. In fact, I'll probably leave the Telegram link in the description of this video. Once it's uploaded, I'll add it in there. So Dr. Defiant, yeah, he's a whale for sure, for sure. And Dr. Defiant, especially in Thailand, oh my days, like that money in Thailand, I guess you would just be living like a king. I mean, I've visited Thailand, I've spent time in Thailand, the Philippines, and places like that, and I know how far the pound and the dollar can go out there. So if you are, you know, even making $100, $200, $300 a day, I'd imagine that would be the equivalent of maybe $1,000 a day, you know, in the US or the UK. So yeah, definitely, absolutely. And yes, he is a whale, and he's definitely going to be a whale, one hell of a whale in the next sort of year or so. Westside Ian, my brother, how are we doing? Another Crypto Collective OG. It's been good to getting to know you this year as well, Westside. Absolute blessing getting to know you, brother. Met you properly, face to face on one of the Crypto Collective streams as well, so that was always good. But if Westside can't make it on the stream, he's always there watching. I know all of us are busy, and sometimes we have to watch from afar. I have to do that sometimes as well. But it's yeah, absolutely blessing being getting to know you, brother. LCM, another absolute dude, man. It's been great getting to know you as well. Merry Christmas to you, brother. Leave your Christmas plans in the comments. I want to see what everyone's doing. Right now in the UK, it's about around 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. So I'm getting close to that sort of a Christmas Day sort of time. I've done no wrapping yet, zero wrapping, but I have finished the shopping, which is good. So this evening after dinner, I think we're probably going to order a takeaway tonight, most likely, just because we've got so much to do. And yeah, Westside said mini Millionz first Christmas. Exactly it, brother. It's quite special, really. It's first Christmas, my first Christmas as a father, and it's a lovely experience. He's growing up so fast. He really is. Like, he's super like, just, I don't know, he's so switched on, he's so engaged, and he loves all the twinkly Christmas lights and stuff like that. So he's been having a great time. We've made a bit more effort this year than we often do, because of him and because how sort of attentive he is on everything. He notices everything. So we put up loads of lights around the house and in the front garden and in the back garden, just so he can sort of constantly be seeing all these cool lights. So he's going to have a great time. He's going to get spoilt rotten by the family over the next couple of days. So it's going to be a ton of fun with Mini Millionz this first Christmas. And Dr. Defiant, congratulations. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a real blessing. And Boracay on the 3rd of January, quite Christmas for me. Boracay, I didn't get a chance to visit when I was there, but that sounds absolutely awesome. That's definitely on the list for next time. So enjoy your quiet time. Enjoy that quiet time, brother. Sometimes it's a good time just to switch off from all the norm, all the usual stuff, all the day in, day out stuff, and just really get a clear head and start focusing on the goals for the new year. I always think it's like I would start a new goal on the 27th of December. I don't care if it's a new year. I'm not one for New Year's resolutions, because I have my ongoing goals that I always work towards, and I'm pretty focused on everything that I do day in, day out. So I don't need a new year to make those decisions. You know, I pretty much don't drink. I haven't really drunk in the last sort of 10 years or so. I do have a champagne when something cool happens, which I'm fine with, but I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. I'm very focused on business, investing, family, the gym, martial arts, that sort of stuff. So I know what I have to do every single day when I get up in the morning. But it is a very, very good time to evaluate how you've done over the past year. And I know the Gregorian calendar is a bit of a scam. Don't get me started on that. Julius and Augustus, the 2 extra months that were put in to kind of divert everyone away from the link between the astrology and the true calendar. But don't even get me started. That's a discussion from down. That's a discussion for down at the docks. Let's not go on to that. But it is a great time to reevaluate the year in investing as well. You know, I've made mistakes this year that I would, with a crystal ball or with a DeLorean, I'd go back and I'd definitely fix them. But you can't do that. You can only look forward. And I have a much better idea of how I would respond to certain things going forward. So it's a really good time to do that and sort of get your head clear. You know, so if you have got a quiet one, Dr. Defiant, enjoy it, brother. Make the most of it. You know, and it's going to be a cracking 2024 for all of us. I'm sure of that. We've got loads of comments coming through. Tony, absolute legend. Tony Morrow. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Millionz. God blessings into the new year. That means a lot, Tony. It's been good getting to know you this year as well. Thank you for the support of the channel. It does mean a lot. And it's great to see you in the Crypto Collective. It's great to see you in the Sable Swap. And it's just good to be around good positive energy like you bring. So I do appreciate those kind words. And the same back to you. and family. I hope you have a great festive period, and I hope that that the new year brings many blessings to you. And we've got West Side Ian brought the family up to the mountains for a white Christmas. I'll post some pictures in the collective chat. That sounds absolutely phenomenal, brother. That sounds amazing. Let me know whereabouts that is. Not exactly. I'm not planning on flying out to bother you at Christmas, but I'd like to know kind of where the area sort of that you're off to. That'd be great. And that sounds amazing to have a white Christmas for the family. I was kind of hoping it would snow here in the UK this year for Millionz, because I think that'd be amazing for him to see. As you know, we live normally half the year in Mexico, so he knows hot weather from when he was first born, but he doesn't know any snow. So it would have been lovely, but not to be this year. But maybe we'll have to go somewhere like Iceland, maybe early next year again, to revisit Iceland with Millionz. That'd be a lot of fun. And West Side, no, it's not spiked coconut water, brother. The only thing I spike my coconut water with is pre-workout sometimes. So yeah, that's in fact, I don't know, maybe you could call pre-workout advice, maybe. Although I don't overuse it. I do like to use it really on an empty stomach, just so I'm out of bed, pre-workout, smash the gym, come out, some creatine, coconut water. That's a great start to a day for me. But yeah, it's not spiked with anything else that's particularly interesting, I promise that. Scott B, I'm a Julius baby, lol. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. You know, it's an interesting topic, the Gregorian calendar, and yeah, maybe one of these days we'll get real spicy in one of these live streams, and we'll talk a bit more about that. And I'll drive to the nearest docks, I'll park up, and we can do it properly. But yeah, happy birthday for July, Scott B. We've got loads of comments coming through. I know I didn't have much time to really promote the live stream today, so I know a lot of people are sort of joining now, so that you can sort of skip the first sort of 5 or I'm not sure, definitely the first 5 minutes because we were just chilling. But if you're going to go back and watch it, you can skip the first 5 minutes because we're just a little bit chit chat. So what else have we got? Dr. Defiant, the docks sound like a great place. Yeah, it will definitely be the right setting for some of the topics that I wish I could talk about on YouTube. I think some of the stuff we'd have to use code words, because I've had a really good year with YouTube this year. I've sort of built it from, I started properly in June, July, and up to now. So I've only really been going for the past sort of, let's call it 7 months or so, and the channel's growing really quickly. I've met some amazing people and I'm getting some awesome vibes coming my way. So I don't really want to lose the channel by talking about some of the stuff I would love to talk about. So I'll think of some code words, and then maybe we can, you know, we can branch off on a few of the live streams in the new year. Let's have a quick look through the comments again. I saw my auntie was actually watching a little bit earlier, so that's awesome. I didn't even know my auntie was following me, so that's pretty cool. What else have we got? LCM Tony Moore, I hope you have a great holiday with the family. Yes, I second that. West Side, LCM, I hope you guys all have an amazing time. Dr. Defiant, Merry Christmas to you all. So there's just basically some awesome vibes being spread in the chat. So I don't know how much you guys saw of the stream so far, but I was just recapping really about what's coming for DRIP, how we have these Master Blaster updates coming through for Q1 2024. We should be hearing more about that, and I do probably think that Forex will probably drop the liquidity locker then as well. And one thing I did want to just plant in the minds of everyone, and that is, if you own 50,000 DRIP, which I know a lot of you do, and I know a lot of you own a lot more than that, but let's use 50,000 as an example number. We are going to be going deflationary soon, and I personally, not financial advice, don't see a 50x as being anything out of the question whatsoever. I do see it as a very, very big possibility. Pardon me. I know a lot of people are talking about 1000x, 100x, whatever. Look, I don't know. No one knows. This is whole new territory we're in. But a 50x would take the price to approximately somewhere around $1.50. So your bag of 50,000 drip, just on a 50x, could be worth $75,000. Now, I know for a lot of people that could be really life-changing stuff. And people, I believe, are starting to see the potential of drip going in that direction, into that deflationary direction, where the supply is just going to get lower and lower and lower. It's never going to go any higher than sort of 200, 220, which is where it's going to cap out. And stuff like the kitchen sink, stuff like the liquidity locker, stuff like Wasteland Labs most likely. Also drip pot luck as well, let's not forget about that. That's awesome for drip. All going to be burning drip, or all going to be locking up drip, you know, and that supply is going to be going down and down and down. And 220 million is very low, very, very low for a deflationary token. So a 50x I don't see as being anything out of the question. So if you're holding 50,000 drip right now, that's just an example. If you're holding 100,000, then you do the maths. 25,000, you do the maths. So exciting stuff. Let's just check the chat quickly. So we've got Bosch just said 26 days and counting. Yes, 26 days and counting. It's coming around so fast. You know, I can't even believe it's Christmas tomorrow. It's come around so quickly. We were all talking about sort of, you know, 100 days till the deflation stops. We say it stops. It's pretty much going to stop. You know, there's still going to be people claiming after that date, but let's forget about that for a minute. And it's 26 days away already. See how quickly that's come around? Absolutely incredible stuff. It really is. And getting closer and closer. And we are kind of maintaining that price level 100% above what we were at the all-time low. Feels like we're kind of creating another price floor. I don't know, maybe we are, maybe we could go lower. I don't really care at this point. I'm still going to be DCAing, but it kind of feels like we're creating that other price floor that we were doing initially at sort of 1.3 cents. So yeah, 26 days, man. That's come around so quickly. And Westside said we're in the Forest Lakes, Arizona. Bro, I bet that's absolutely freaking awesome, man. I bet that's going to be incredible. I can't wait to see those photographs. I really can't. That's going to be such a great thing for you and the family. I'm kind of jealous. The only place I could probably go in the UK for snow would maybe be into the Highlands of Scotland, which I did spend some time up there a couple of years ago. Absolutely beautiful up there, but I don't intend on doing that right now. But that would be freaking awesome to have that sort of backdrop to your Christmas, brother. Great work, great work. D Defiant said half of my drip is now in the kitchen sink. Yeah, I mean it's a very, very solid play right now. The TVL just continues to go up and up. It's not showing any signs of slowing down right now. Obviously, we don't know what the future holds with anything like that, and obviously it's a risk play. But it really is like, if this was a peak of a bull market right now, I'd be concerned, because we know how south things can go quickly at the peak of a bull market when people start ripping profits out. And if things take a sudden turn for the worse, sentiment-wise, stuff like this can go to zero very quickly. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but we are still in the back end of a bear market. So to have stuff with a growing TVL like that, I'm very confident. I'm very confident for me personally to have 25% in there. And as Defiant was saying, he's got 50% in there. I'm thinking about sort of even adding an extra 5%, taking mine up to 30%, because it's earning 1.5% per day every single day. So it really is working well, and it's burning drip. I think we haven't even seen the beginning. We haven't even seen the start of what's to come with the kitchen sink. Incredible DAP. It's now the biggest holder of drip. I think it's now beating Pancake Swap. So just phenomenal, phenomenal stuff. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you've smashed the like button, because we've only got 5 likes and we've had quite a lot of engagement, quite a lot of viewers so far. So definitely smash the like button if you can. That would mean a lot to me, as it's going to be the last stream I do before the festive period. So definitely smash the like button. If you've got your phone handy, if you've got your computer handy, definitely do that. It means a lot. We've got Westside said to define. I did the same thing basically with kitchen sink. So 50% from Westside. It's awesome, brother. It's an awesome DAP. It's done more for drip than anything else in such a short period of time. It's such a phenomenally simple idea. The post drip gardens are working exactly the same way. They're working really, really smoothly. I've got PLS in there over there, which I did mention at the start of the stream, but I know a lot of people kind of came in a little bit late. So I've got PLS in the gardens over there, and it's just making daily yield. I'm trying to build up my claims at the moment because I'm not really too interested in claiming drip at these prices right now. But I kind of want to build up my number of claims because I'm seeing a time where drip is potentially at 50x, and it could be a really cool time to take a little bit of profit that's been garnered from the kitchen sink. But the TVL is looking strong, so I'm happy with that. Appreciate it, Dr. Fine. I can see the likes have just doubled really quickly, so I appreciate that, guys. Means a lot. Dr. Define, I will be wishing Forex happy Christmas after this stream and showing him some love. Yes, I think he's been getting a lot of FUD and there's been a lot of soy boys out there still, let's be honest. There's tons of soy boys out there and soy girls, no doubt, that have just been, you know, just, look, I know his timekeeping is not great. It's not great. It never has been great, but drip's still here almost 3 years later. It's got a second chance at greatness. It's still here. The hyperinflation's been stopped. New utilities come in. Never rugged, never breached, never been hacked, or, you know, hacked is what they tell you. But let's be honest, we all know what really happens most of the time. Never happened. He's still here, and he's got a bit of radio silence right now. But I know that the Black Cube Finance updates are coming through on Twitter. I've seen them myself. Seems like stuff is still moving forward with that. We're going to have options, we're going to have lending, we're going to have staking as drip as a partner to Black Cube. So if he pulls this off, you know, I know that I'm probably going to be confident to be adding some of my blue chip cryptos into the Black Cube Finance to earn yield on those. So if he pulls this off, it's going to be great for DeFi and it's going to be great for drip. So let's see. He deserves some respect and love for what he's done so far. I know a lot of people are super salty, but at the end of the day, if you can't handle the volatility of crypto and DeFi, don't be in it. Take your money down to Santander, take your money to Bank of America, wherever you want to do, and put it into a savings account and earn 0.0001% per year on it. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's the way I see it. Risk money only, casino money only. You know, especially in DeFi and Forex so far. Yes, we've lost money, lost value in the token price, but you've still got the tokens. The tokens haven't disappeared. You've lost if you've sold, absolutely. And I know some people wanted to get out, and that's absolutely fair enough. Everyone should do what's right for them and their thesis. But ultimately, drip, in my opinion, has a second chance to greatness. So I'm certainly not selling my bags at these prices. I do see, you know, especially on the back of the end of a bear market, I'm not selling anything right now. In fact, I'm still in accumulation mode. And if crypto does take another bump backwards, which I think it may well do, it might go up first and then maybe have a sort of 30 or 40% retracement, I'll be still accumulating. So I'm in no way looking to sell my drip right now. And who else have we got on the phone? It's a new layout. It's a like in the top right menu. Thank you, Bosch. So if you've read that and you haven't liked it yet, smash the like button in the top right of the menu if it's like that on your phone. Westside, I was busy chatting. He's hit the like button. I appreciate that, Westside. We do go off on some awesome tangents on here sometimes. We do get busy chatting. I know a lot of people forget to like it. I do all the time until someone reminds me to do it. Dr. Defiant, nobody is perfect and the security is flawless. 100% couldn't agree more than that. He's not perfect. He's definitely got his quirks, and he's definitely not always made the right decision. He's not always been right, and he's not always been on time. But DRIP is still here, the best community in DeFi, and we do have a second shot at it. So let's see where this goes. I can imagine the FUD can be demoralising. I'm sure he has to switch off sometimes. I'm pretty certain he has to switch off and probably just take a walk away from it. Look, we all do on everything that we're involved in, especially when you're that involved, when it's kind of becomes your entire life, where you're focused day in, day out on something. You have to take a step away for your mental health. You have to do it. I don't care how strong you are, don't care what your personality type is, you have to take a step away. Take some big deep breaths, take a walk in the park, go to the woods, go to the beach, do what you got to do, spend time with family, and just clear the head. I'm sure that's probably what he's doing right now. Very, very busy year ahead, no doubt. Bosch said, any ideas what Wasteland Labs project might be? I've asked the chat. I know we've seen a few ideas. I've got no idea whatsoever, Bosch. I really don't know. I just love the way that they're building the anticipation, and I love the way they're building the storyline. So we shall see, and we'll find out Q1 2024. That's the latest update from them guys. So not long to wait now. There'll probably be a couple more teasers coming through for that as well. Is it Ray? Is Ray behind it? Don't know. Don't care, as long as it does the good stuff for DRIP. No issue whatsoever. And what else have we have in the chat? Just awesome vibes as always, guys. Absolutely awesome vibes. And if you didn't see at the start of the chat, I'm just going to take my phone off for a second. We have a special guest. Mr. Wookums is enjoying the heated seats and just chilling with his puppa. He's taking a little bit of a break. His ears are getting a bit of a break from Millionz, who's teething right now, and is a little bit on the noisy side, shall we say. He's a great kid. He's really, really great kid, but he is suffering with the teething. So we've got some lovely, natural, organic, soothing like powder, all organic, all natural, and it's really helping his teeth. But sometimes he does get a bit not annoying, a little bit noisy. The missus would kill me if she thought I said he was annoying. He's not annoying at all. He's an absolute blessing. But he's quite noisy at the moment. So Mr. Wookums is enjoying a little bit of time with Papa in the car while we just chat with this freaking awesome community. And let's just go over the chat one more time. Mr. Wookums, yeah, was Mr. Wookums in the house? And yeah, nobody guaranteed the price of DRIP. Absolutely. No one guarantees the price of DRIP. No one guarantees the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. You know, as much as I know it's not going to happen, anything can go to zero, you know, or anything can crash. The backside can fall out of anything. So this is a very speculative place. If you want stability, you know, you can't even go into fiat with stability now. Inflation's so rapid and so rampant. You know, you're guaranteed to lose money if you leave it in a bank at 0.01% a year. You're guaranteed to lose at least 10%, probably 20% purchasing power a year. So, yeah, good luck with that as well. So if you want stability, I don't know where to direct you. You know, obviously, me and Mrs. Millionz are involved in some real estate as well. We have some precious metals and stuff like that, but nothing is a guarantee. Everything's a speculation. So you just have to build your portfolio as you see fit. And I personally love crypto. I've really taken to it. I came in on the back of the cypherpunk mentality of freedom and privacy, and that is what I see as a real defining feature for crypto. Now I know Bitcoin and stuff like that is not private as private as people think. You know, you're going to need stuff like Monero and Dero for real privacy, but there is definitely a level of anonymity above that of using, say, for example, a credit card. And definitely with CBDCs, people need to be very careful not to fall into those traps, because that's a real road to nowhere. So hopefully everyone watching this is already aware of that. But crypto is a big chance to level up very quickly if you play the game right. So yeah, very exciting 2024 ahead, I believe. Is he a terrier? Yes, he's a Jack Russell Terrier, brother. He's a pure Jack Russell Terrier. He's completely insane. He's non-stop. We rescued him at 4 years old. He was double his recommended weight at that point. He'd never been out, he'd never been socialised, he'd never met anyone, he'd never met any humans other than his 85-year-old owner, and he'd never been socialised with other dogs. We've worked very hard with him. He's back to a real fighting weight now. We get him regular checks. They think he's in incredible shape, and he gets an organic free-range diet. He eats better than most humans, and he's my best mate. So he's a really great addition to our family. He really is, and it's been a blessing having him for the last sort of 5 years. So yeah, he's a Jack Russell Terrier, and they're known to be totally insane. And he's going to get really spoilt over Christmas as well. The family love him. They all buy him his own little Christmas stocking and his own little bag of, they always get him the organic treats and all the good stuff. So he's going to be running around like a lunatic. He's going to need lots of walks to burn off the excitement. So the good thing is we live near some lovely green spaces. Our family lives near some lovely green spaces. So between courses, we're going to be able to get him out and burn off some of that mad energy that he comes with. So yeah, he's an awesome dog. And it's a Defiant said, haha, have you seen what terriers do to rats? They turn into absolute lunatics. Basically what he does with his toys, he grabs them and he shakes them with such force. I mean, he weighs 7 kilos, but his strength is incredible, and that's what they were bred to do. That's what's in their DNA. So no one's ever taught him that. He just grabs a toy and he shakes it to break its neck, as if he was breaking its neck. And he's a real character. Let's just say that. Awesome dog. So guys, I'm gonna have to wrap this up here. We've been going almost an hour. I told the missus I would only be half an hour. She's waiting for dinner, so I'm definitely gonna have to treat us to a takeaway tonight. Definitely gonna have to do it myself. I'm probably gonna have to buy us dessert as well to make up for leaving her alone for the afternoon. I've been out shopping and I can't say that I rushed back because I really just needed the fresh air and whatever. But yeah, so Scott B, Merry Christmas to you, brother. It's been a great turnout on the stream. It was a slow start because I didn't get a chance to really sort of advertise the stream that much, but I really did want to jump on and wish you all an absolutely blessed festive period, full of abundance, full of happiness, full of joy. You know, whatever you're doing, whether you're spending it with family, whether you're spending it alone, I hope you all have an absolutely amazing couple of days. I definitely want to catch up with you guys after Boxing Day and find out how everyone's been getting on. Wait and see what's happening with crypto, because don't forget, crypto is going to be trading alone for the next few days because it's open 24/7. The stock market is going to be closed, so it could be an interesting few days. We shall see. We are at the end of Saturnalia now, so the Satoshis may indeed respond to that. We shall see. But one last go through the comments. My family used to own a farm in the UK, and we had people doing ratting. Yeah, they ragdoll them and on to the next one. Yes, it is a terrifying sight. It really is. How they respond to that is, if you've got a farm, you've got to have a Jack Russell. Absolutely. Yeah, I believe no house is complete without Jack Russell. So definitely no farm is complete. So I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing couple of days. Thank you for joining me on here. Thank you for liking. Thank you for all your love over the course of the last sort of 6-7 months. It's been great getting to know you all, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you all even better in 2024. So have an awesome day, have an awesome evening, wherever you are, wherever you're watching from, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.